We vacationed at Wrightsville Beach for over 25 years, and we came up and down Route 40 when it was open, and there was your sign. And then we had neighbors in Virginia who bought lots down here and talked about it.
We actually liked the feel of River Landing from the first time we drove in, and it felt right. We bought the lot, and when we ultimately decided this was the place, partially it was the feel of the community, partially it was the proximity to 95 and being able to go back to Virginia to visit our family, children and grandchildren. Yeah, we knew also that when we came here, we, in terms of the lot, we didn't want to be on water, and we actually didn't want to be on the golf course. So we actually liked the natural look with the woods, and it also gives us privacy.
This lot was really exactly what we were looking for.
I think River Landing I like the fact that it's a custom home community. There are probably no two houses the same.
We scoured the internet for house plans that we liked, and we finally settled in on a certain kind of a plan, and then it was time to pick a builder. And we had friends who were in Brunswick County who used Jim Wilkins as a builder, and when we talked to him, we were pretty much, and saw his work, we were pretty much sold. And we brought him our plan, and we went over with it, and we tweaked it some, and then we finally ended up with something we wanted.
I felt Jim and Lisa Wilkins brought something to the table that no other builder brought, and that was the fact that he was a cabinet maker, and he could pretty much build you any cabinetry that you wanted. You weren't dealing with a middleman, you were dealing with him. So the detail to the trims and any kind of, for example, I wanted a cabinet built in the kitchen that would hide the television. Because we like to sit at the counter at night and watch a sports activity, and so I told Jim that's what we wanted, and he did the measurements, and we have it.
The fact that Jim Wilkins is the on-site foreman for the houses he builds, well, if I'm dealing with the owner of the company, I'm not going to have that issue. And for me, that was really, really big, because we were 0 for 2. And this was going to be our last house we were going to have built.
That's right. He only builds one house at a time.
And he's there.
And we did it long distance, and he took pictures, I think every Friday, and would send them to us so that we could see what was happening on the house every week. And it was kind of fun. We looked forward to the end of the week. Well, I always wanted a two-story family room. I've never had one. I always wanted the stone fireplace. That was a given. What Jim took to the next level, though, is the mantle on the fireplace actually is a piece of wood that came from an old farmhouse here in North Carolina. And he chose that. And we liked it. And so brings something special, to the fireplace.
And in the design, we knew that we were the only people who were going to live here full time, so that our extra bedrooms were all going to be guest bedrooms. So we have a bathroom associated with each of the bedrooms. We found in our last house that I always had an office, but Betty Marie spends a lot of time on the computer doing things, and she never had an office. And so this house has 2 offices. And so those are the kinds of things that we kind of hit on.
We have a small sunroom off the kitchen, and I don't want to say it's my little private space, but I like to go in there at night. When the weather allows, I like to open all the windows, and I like to hear nature outside.
We had a lot of trust in our builder, and he likes to put things, he's sort of an artist when he builds a house. And so if he sees something that should be done, even if we didn't ask for it, he'll put it in. You have to trust your builder, and that's a hard thing to do, though. I say that because we were fortunate enough to have it. You want to talk to as many people who have used a particular builder as you can. We had more flooring put down in attic space after we moved in. We didn't realize, and this has nothing to do with who you have building, we didn't realize how much we were going to miss a basement. All the houses we've ever owned had basements, and you put a lot of stuff in the basement. And so even though we had some attic storage here, I would have wanted more if I realized how much I was going to miss my basement. The other thing, I never considered that I might want a golf cart. And I do. And we didn't build a garage for it. And it wasn't something that ever crossed my mind that I want a golf cart. And so
Right.
if we had to do over again, our garage would be configured differently.
I'm not a golfer, and I'm trying to learn, and everybody's been very good about that, but I think Barry is a golfer.
These are two of the best golf courses I've ever played on. If you're a golfer, we've looked at other communities down in Brunswick County, Ocean Ridge, St. James. You really can't compare the golf here to the golf there. And so I think if you're a golfer, it's pretty special. And my grandkids really like the fishing holes. They both caught their first fish here over Christmas.
They loved it.
And they loved it. And so that fact that there's fish in the ponds is a good thing too.
It's a beautiful place to live. It really is. Just from the nature, they did build a beautiful clubhouse.
There's a feeling about the community that I can't really put my finger on, but we feel very comfortable here.
Yes,
And-
someone asked us about that, why we chose River Landing, and I basically said it was the people. And two, you can't put your finger on it.